Yeah, welcome back to Paperrock Live, baby, where there's no capping on this show. It's your boy S.STREET and sexy ass Jen. We in the building. How you doing, Jenny? You good? Feeling good?
I'm doing great, but see, you tried to beat me to the punchline. I'm not mad at that. You slid it right in.
Did you like my spaghetti?
I'm eating it right now. All right, so this is we can't go into details, but Mr. Star was supposed to have a cooking show along with some other nonsense, and it didn't work out, and that's okay. I think they're missing out. I'm sure what's-her-face isn't cooking nearly as good as you would be cooking, but I will tell you this, I'm impressed with you. And I thought he had a little help from a mysterious person, you know, who shall remain nameless.
Who, Miss Star?
I wasn't gonna blow.
Let it be known, Miss Star in the building. It's okay.
I wasn't gonna blow up the situation, but no.
It's all right. She like what I like.
She was honest. She was honest. She said that you actually had no help, and this is all you. So I'm really impressed. That's number one. Number two, he was running late, so I don't know if he was burning the building down or if it was just traffic. I have no idea, but here you are. The food is great. Very impressed with you.
Thank you very much.
Good. Shout out to Spliff House. Is that what you're rolling up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good.
I got my Spliff House wraps, yes I am, and I'm smoking on guava cake. Hold on.
Who the fuck that is? All right, listen. It's our third interview of the afternoon, and things have gotten a little bit out of control. We have Quest Cali on deck, and this is
Quest Cali in the building.
Yeah. How y'all doing, man?
Better now. So third time's the charm. For us, it's 2 times, but for you, I've had the pleasure of interviewing you 3 different times on 3 different networks, and it's always a privilege. Thank you for making the time.
Hold on. Well, with that name, that tells me you're from the West Coast.
Nah, it's a little long story. When I was young and I was on the block and shit, I was like the first nigga on my block to bring like the Cali bud out there, so they started calling me Cali.
You the
West. At that time.
You the plug or the socket?
At that time.
You the plug or the socket?
At that time. A long time ago.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Paperrock
It's good
Live.
to be here, man. Legend.
We actually had a chance to interview him. I know it's been like 5 years, but that was a great set too. I forget who you were on with. Was it Self?
I don't remember.
We had big Ralph McDaniel. You were there with a big.
Somebody was there, yeah.
A big guest, and I think
I was with you though.
That's it. But that's the whole point. I think when I bring people on and we talk about who's going to be on the show, who?
We was at DTF.
Yeah.
I think we was.
Let's not talk about names and brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's all love.
The other station.
No, that's it. We're good with the second station. The first station.
Yeah, I know.
All right, as long as you know.
The other station.
The other station. Okay. All right. So, but speaking to this, you just answered the question: how do you get your name? Which I think is important. How long have you been doing this? Tell people how long you've been working.
I mean, freestyling for a while, since high school, but like serious probably for like 10 years. When I was in the Hot 97 Summer Jam battle, so I won that battle, and they gave me like a single deal with Duck Down Records. So then after that, I took it a little bit more serious, you know, try to grind with that.
Whatever happened with that?
It was a single deal, you know. Duck Down is real underground, so like, you know, I did the track with them. They selected the beat. I did what I could to it, but it wasn't really my style, you know, per se. You know, like the way they were trying to go. I did I think it was Buckshot Shorty's 10-year anniversary. So he was doing like a little documentary and shit. So we did a track. He was on it, and we put it out there. You know, it was cool. You know, it got exposure. He was in the studio.
Speaking to styles, if that was not really up your alley to a certain extent.
Yeah, the beat was in my, you know what I mean, to my liking.
Producers you want to work with.
Did you let them know that?
Oh.
Yeah, it gave me a selection of beats. I had a selection. Right. You know, I picked the best out of the.
So you picked the best out of the batch, but you still had a problem with the beat. So you forced yourself.
Yeah.
But if I was you, I wouldn't have forced myself.
Yeah.
You know why? Because that right there's an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And regardless to who's on this album, you want to be standing out. You want to stand out. You want to stick out on this album. So you kind of sold yourself short on that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Now, at the time, like I said, when I won the battle, it just happened quick. You know what I mean? So I wasn't even ready. Like I ended up trying to put a mixtape out quick because then I ended up like
you're sticking with the
I'm trying to move as fast as they said. Like we're gonna have you open up for Noriega and SOBs. Right. So I'm like, we got to put a project out before we do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Duck Down Records want to do a song. Hey, get a beat.
I even feel like even one of them on the team should have said, you know what I'm saying? If you're not feeling this, your man, whoever was with you and knew that you wasn't feeling that, was supposed to tell you, let's not let's not
Force it.
let's
Yeah.
not force it. Let's work.
No, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have forced it because that's what
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
No, definitely. It was a great experience, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wish I could always
It's a
say that.
lesson.
But you can't go back though, you know what I'm saying? So you just live and learn, you know?
It's part of your resume, but
yeah.
going forward, give me producers that you do like, that you do want to work with if you're not already established with them. Are you okay?
I mean,
Nah, the seat was bugging out. The hydraulic seats, man.
like right now I mess with my boy Blazing Beats, Platinum Sellers. I got my man Fredo from the Heights. I've been messing with him since I started rhyming. And I got a European producer Sway Beats that he's from London. He been sending me beats on the strength, you know.
Europe
Been
is
looking out.
what's
Shout out to all of them.
Europe is what's up. It's a whole different
Yeah.
vibe out there.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're taking the beat.
I mean, they're the creators of the drill beats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They originally the beat was called jungle music, and then what they did was took trap and put it with that.
And that's a combination?
Which made it sound like, which made it drill.
Yeah.
But
No.
the original name for it they did in London was called jungle.
That's what it
music.
was. That's
Yeah.
good to know. Yeah, they got a nice sound. So homie's nice. He got a good sound with his beats. You know, he works with a lot of people out there. Gigs from out there. I think Gigs, right? Jigs, right? One of them dudes. Yeah, he's big over there. You know, so he's helping produce his new album. So it's good to have that opening. You know, what I mean, lane with that dude from over there. You know, overseas.
All right, let's talk post COVID. Favorite place you traveled up to COVID?
Favorite place I traveled up to COVID.
Musically, I don't care if you were in Hawaii with your girlfriend.
Just,
I don't care.
music-wise?
Musically, yeah.
Florida. I always have a good vibe when I perform in Florida.
Okay.
And anywhere in Florida, Tampa, Jacksonville, anywhere in Florida, I always get a good reception.
Once this whole COVID thing is over, and I know we can get on planes and travel. I don't care. I can get on a plane and travel. You can get on a plane and travel, right? And it's one thing if I'm with my little boo thing and maybe I want to, take a chance of catching COVID to go to, Spain for $5, but you can't get in with an American passport. They don't want you. We are banned from everybody.
Europe don't want
Can't do it, and that makes sense.
Yeah, you get on that plane unless you
Can't get
just
back.
wanna
Send that
take
shit
a
right
ride.
back. Go back.
Want to take a ride, baby?
Yeah, go back.
14 hours in the sky for
Going
no
back.
reason.
Yeah, Europe don't want us over there.
Return to sender.
They're not playing.
So once things kind of cool down, okay, I don't care if you've been there or not. Where do you want to go? Well, give me an ideal location.
I mean, as much as I love my city, it doesn't matter. Everywhere shows you love. Everywhere shows you
Except New
love,
York City.
except New York. Like I was just last weekend. We was in we did a Players Club tour with Noriega.
Nice.
So we did Boston, Rhode Island, and New York. And Boston show nothing but love. Rhode Island show. I got love in New York too, but it's just not the same. You know, New York gives that cold love. Like, yeah, you good. You know what I'm saying? Rhode Island, they'll come up to you like, yo, you are nice, bro. Like, yo, give me your information.
New York is-
Everybody be like, yeah, my guy.
Back in the day, they used to give you mad love.
Yeah.
Now it's dick riders.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I say dick rider, like they front on you now. You get to popping,
And
come
then-
back through. Yo,
I remember you.
That's my guy.
Remember
There
that
you
day he
go.
was in that show?
I can't take it. I can't take
Nah, that's a
it.
fact though.
I can't take it.
So I saw that this weekend. I'm like, damn, like they would show love though, but it was just like a cold love. Like, yo, nice.
That's New York for you, though.
Yeah, that's New York. As I said, people know that we competitive, man. It's fast paced over here. We run circles around the world, you know. So I'm not mad at it. I just know that when you go out of town, though, everybody you know better than anybody. You've been everywhere, bro.
Yo, man.
They show the crazy
They do
love out
show-
there,
I ain't gonna lie. They be in certain countries.
right?
I can't even like in New
Could
York.
imagine.
New York is me. I'm New York. So if I go in the store and somebody see me, they're like, "Oh, what up, living?" And it's cool, you know. But if I go to the place like Frankfurt in Germany or some shit like that, oh my God! And then they say nothing.
They lose their
I'm
shit,
like,
right?
Yo, hold the fuck on. What happened?
Yeah.
Because they spaz out. I get the Michael Jackson shit. When I say the Michael Jackson shit, I never told nobody I was a sex symbol, my nigga. But in certain countries, little mama see Spliffy that she feel like she have me on her wall in pictures I don't remember taking, nigga.
And listen to Europe.
Okay,
I'm sexy.
and I see the cry come down like, oh my God, and they doing the nervous shaking. I feel like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? I only seen that shit happen for Michael. Don't hate. Ain't nobody
I'm
tripping
not.
for
I would
you.
hate. I don't get that kind of response.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
I'm not hating. I think it's great.
They saw you in the Bronx. They did the same thing.
In the Bronx, no, they don't like, Bronx is like, nah. All right, so now that we understand that traveling is it.
It is it.
I miss it. That's one thing I do regret, that we can't do this right now. Speaking back to COVID, you've been doing this for a long time before COVID. Biggest obstacle with COVID, the hindrance that it's caused the last 5 months on your career, something you've been building. And whereas you're back with Nori now, that's fine, but there was still a gap in 2020, which is the year of kill yourself, right? How are you getting back into the swing of things?
Like right before the COVID hit, I had put a project out, Streets Don't Love Nobody, and I dropped it as soon as, like 2 weeks after that, they shut the city down, so I wasn't able to promote it, really shoot no videos for it. Right. Nothing happened, and then with music, it's a momentum thing. You do a video, they start to check for you. You do a show, they starting to check for you. Then you doing this, and the minute you slow down, you stop. It's like, all right, I forgot about this dude, until you do something again. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to build up that flow and that that buzz, so it slowed everything back down. You know what I'm saying? But I try to stay active in the crib. We was doing little videos on IG, the IG stories, and we had little battles with me and my mans and shit like that. We was just doing whatever we could to just stay active on social media for the time being. And I worked on a new project I just dropped on Friday. It's a Vibe Volume 2 we put out Friday. So the one before coronavirus and
Streets Don't Love Nobody. Right. Exactly.
That was the one before COVID.
Okay.
And now the new one is a Vibe Volume 2.
One more time.
It's a Vibe. Volume 2, yeah.
So COVID's not a vibe. Tell me about the project.
It's a vibe. It's just a moment. It's just whatever you feeling at the time. Because I make music like that. Like, it's just at the moment. If I'm happy with my wifey, the music gonna reflect that. I might make something for the girls. If I'm tired of her shit, I might make something about that. And you know what I'm saying? Everything is just off my vibe. You know what I mean?
Crazy?
I don't lie about my music. I just
happy. You be like,
yeah. I don't try to.
I love you, baby. And then you get mad. Be like, bitch, get the fuck out of my house.
I never loved you. I never loved you. What are you talking about? But it be like
people
that,
say fucked up shit when they're mad or drunk. And let me tell you something. I had a little situation over the course of the week, and let me tell you,
it sucks. But it's real.
And sometimes you have to realize the person's, a little bit, what I'm saying, a little high strung.
I would say,
and you just walk away.
Dangerous when they want to get you.
Man.
We could, as men, we could sit there and scream like, and call out her name and all that. She say one thing.
They got the special golden bracelet.
She say one thing. So
just waiting for you.
And they hit you with it gently. That just fucks with you, your manhood. You're fucking.
But this is why when you get into an argument with certain people, women stay quiet because it's one sentence.
Yeah.
And you can't take that back.
It's a look.
Nah,
you get the look. It's a statement.
Right before the sentence.
It's a statement.
That bring your whole manhood down, nigga. Down.
You're like that.
Down.
Right.
And you was mad over some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And did all of this because I didn't do the dishes. Go fuck yourself. Anyway. I got producers. Okay. Oh, give me one thing you learned about yourself during COVID. It could be anything.
I mean, what I learned through COVID, nothing will stop my hustle or my ambition. You know what I mean? Like, I just finding more creative ways to stay relevant or to get money. Nothing changes. No matter what, the pandemic, epidemic, anything. Like, it's still gonna find a way to make money. I'm still gonna find a way to be creative. I'm still gonna find something to chase. Even if it's not music, I started doing videos and make my own videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, just figure out something else.
Talk about your teams. Like, your partner Crumb's behind you. And
this is my China White, been day one homie, one of my best friends. Management, part of my management team. He helps me with everything I have to do. He helps me produce tracks. He might hear something that he wants to fix and. I'm just a writer. I just come in, I make the music, and then he might, he'll fix it, format it, and we just move it like that. It helps the music go faster,
That's very important. Anybody else on your team you want to shout out before you get cut?
Yeah, of course.
You just pick them up. You don't want to go home.
Yeah, Dro Brio. Dro.
I love Dro.
Yeah,
he was
supposed to come, but
why he ain't come?
I don't know.
Let me tell you something. That's a good-looking guy. That motherfucker.
I'll make sure I'll text him.
He knows. I speak to him all the time. Yeah. He's like a little milk dud head. You know what I'm saying?
Milk dud head.
Oh, man. Yeah.
It's cool.
It's important to have good-looking people around you. Guys, girls. It's true. You don't want to be the cute person in the group and you're fucked up. Listen. It's true.
I'm just bugging.
It's a milk dud head. Oh, man.
She be flying, man.
You blind my boy.
No,
he's cool though. He's chilling.
I know, because again, after that interview, you know how you just meet somebody and you like the person. I don't know you, but I know you through him, and now we're besties.
That's
5
cool.
years.
That's cool. Yeah. I've been
Instagram and how you doing.
Man, you're supposed to be having some ugly ass friends.
Can't do it.
Take that shit.
What makes it easy though
That's
is
funny.
this new wave of what the fuck. So, Now you're fucked up. If
You
you're
can be
dating during,
ugly as shit like that.
if you're dating during COVID, you don't know what the hell you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, you gotta wait to flirt.
The
Yeah.
eyes look great, but she has a full-blown goatee, and then there's no going back.
It's not going back.
You're
Razor
in, you're in the
bumps.
house, panties are off. There's 4 or 5 drinks, already. You're
It's
invested.
it's COVID. It's
You're
what it
invested.
is. Blame it on COVID.
Blame it on COVID. Blame it on the COVID. That's a song.
Blame it on COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear that. I can hear that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Next, it's gonna be flooded with the kids next year.
Which is ridiculous because somebody wants the kids they have anyway. You know what I'm saying? They have the kid, they're badass, and I think now I'm a teacher. Right? 10 years later, my daughter's gonna be like this. I don't know my fucking multiplication times tables because you dumb bitch. I can't help you. I can't help you. I pull out my iPhone calculator and that's how I do this.
Yeah, I see everybody stressed out with that online.
With 10 years in the game, you've watched the transition from CDs, just the whole shebang. Where do you think music is going? We had a little brief conversation next door. Where do you think music is transitioning to?
I think it's gonna be virtual performances. Everything virtual.
Yep.
The money's is less and less in the streams and the actual music. So I think it's just gonna be virtual performances. Yeah.
How do we fix that? Social media to me was great years ago because it gave the underdog a chance to come out and present a project. With the extension of social media, though, it's flooded everything. Everyone's a fucking rapper. Everyone's a DJ.
Everybody's everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody's a prostitute. I'm sorry, stripper. I mean, what do you call them?
OnlyFans.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm okay with that. You got to pay your bills. Like I said, if I had a different situation body-wise, this could be a whole different conversation.
Yeah, you're making a lot of money on there, bro.
I'm thinking about phone sex. You gave me a good idea. Let me do the research. Anyway, back to you. Where's the music going outside of virtual? Like, what else? Performances?
I think there's gonna be virtual performances. Everything virtual, man. Like you see, they be performing in video games. They do the little concerts in Fortnite now. It's gonna keep going like that.
Is it Fortnite?
Yeah, I think it was in Fortnite.
Who is that? Is that on Roblox? What is
Nah,
this
Fortnite's
Roblox?
a separate game. Roblox is another game. That's for
said
a
Travis
little younger.
Oh, Travis Scott. He
Yeah,
also
I think
did the McDonald's
Travis Scott,
commercial.
I think the Weeknd. Fortnite, yeah, they performed.
That's what I hear about.
Let me explain something to you. This little kid, I never knew about the game. I ain't know. So I seen him playing the video game. Okay, so I'm like, damn, it's late at night, boy, go to sleep. He like, nah, I'm playing my game. I'm like, all right. Yeah. So I went to sleep. I woke back up. It's about 3:30 in the morning. He's still up on this. I'm like, yo, stuff, what are you playing? But now I'm hearing a fucking posse in his headphone. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? He said, no, I'm playing this kid in France. There's another one in Italy. Yo, I'm playing my friends. I'm like, yo, y'all got no fucking bedtime, yo. Yo, he played that, I ain't gonna no lie. He played it all the way to 12 o'clock in the afternoon. From the day till that morning I woke up to 12 in the afternoon. And they serious about it. Yo, and in his headphones, it's like 20 niggas.
Maybe deep playing
This
on
is
it
what
too.
happens. I have an 8-year-old, 9-year-old. Watch out. Roblox is this new fucking thing. My kid has to do virtual learning. So she's like telling me, oh, this is a math program. I don't fucking know, right? It's like dragons and like twos are like foaming out of their ass. I'm like, it's got to be a math game. It's not. It's Roblox. And she's engaging with, I don't get, I'm a loser. And then I go on her search history. And I'm like, I can see what you're doing, right? I can, I got Mrs. Paulina, her teacher, calling me. Your daughter hasn't done shit all week. I go, that's bullshit. She's been on the computer. 'Cause you're defensive with your child until you realize your child is the problem. I don't want to do I don't want to. She knows that. And guess what? I blame myself. I was never a serious student, right?
Is she good in the game though?
She's fucking great in the game.
Because back in the day, they used to tell you, like, my mom be like, yo, you can't play video games all day. You got to do your homework. You can blah. All right, boom. Now these little motherfuckers are making $10, $20 million playing video games. So you can't even tell your kid, stop playing video games. He got a better chance playing video games and getting $1 million and going to school. That shit is crazy.
I would be okay with that. With my, I'm not kidding. But with my daughter, she's basically
But they gotta be
watching
good, though.
YouTube.
If you watch your kid playing, it's trash. You tell her, cut the shit. You're not good.
But she's a good
Go
artist.
back
My
to
daughter,
school.
she can draw.
Go back to school. You're not good. And if you watch them, be like, yo, you pretty fucking good. You know, you keep playing. Don't worry about homework. I got you. If they trash, get your ass back in the books because you're not gonna get into esports or whatever that shit's called. Yeah.
It's true.
That little kid would kill himself.
He made like
You gotta be-
$100 million. He won a tournament. And
Yeah, I know about
in
that.
Call of Duty, bro.
Yeah, Call of Duty, $100 million.
Fucking shit, bro. You know how you feel? You go to work and you see these motherfuckers making $100 million playing video games. I
There's
feel like
a
a fucking
10-year-old
clown.
getting paid thousands and thousands of dollars per day just to play with Play-Doh. How do I know this? Because my kid's watching it. I go, you have the fucking
the kid
toy.
on YouTube.
They're playing with like the dentist Play-Doh thing, and I got it for her because she was obsessed with the video. Fill the fucking cavity and stop watching this mother. Like, why are you watching his video? And this is where we're at. So whereas the viral sensation is there, it's harder to be viral because of the everything is so crowded.
So saturated, yeah.
How do you separate yourself?
I mean, some people got charisma, personality, and it just gonna show. I mean, everything starts with consistency, though, because you can have personality. If you're not consistent, it doesn't matter. If the person that doesn't have charisma and he's consistent is gonna get a lot further than the person that Yeah. So it's just the people that are that really are charismatic is always gonna show if they put the work in. Hard work is gonna always beat talent. Talent don't work hard.
Well, that's why we have a lot of garbage on the radio. And let me just tell you something. I have no problem pulling out the Pandora and putting on like Phil Collins or Sade. I'm not dealing with this shit. I like you and I like your music, which is why you're here. Let's talk about your newest project. We did, but give me some tracks that are off that we need to give me off the project. What are we looking for?
Off the project?
Yes, 'cause I know it's a vibe. I get that. What am I getting? What kind of? Because my vibe for COVID was what the fuck. It was like cooking, cleaning. It was a lot. It was a lot of you in the house. What else can you do? You're going outside. It's a ghost town. Am I going to get stabbed in my? What I'm saying, going to the supermarket. It was like fucking scary. So, it's a vibe. What vibe? Because my vibe for COVID, I don't want to relive that ever.
I mean, it just goes through the motions. Like if you listen to it, it got some smooth, it got some energy on it, then it got some deep thought on it. It just goes with the motions. Like it's a different track. Every track it sounds way different than the next track. Every beat is different from the next beat. Every hook, every concept is nothing sticks to like a pattern. Everything just goes.
Having access to Nori, and obviously we mentioned other people in this interview, and you can look up the resume, kids. Who do you want to work with? Who's like somebody you just gotta happen? If this is this is your career, what is like your apex? Who do you want to work with?
Anybody to work. I mean, I'm old school, so I still want to always work with the legends. I want to do a song with Nori. I want to do a song with 50. I want to do a song with Nas. I want to do a song with Busta. You know what I mean? That's first. You know what I mean? If you go to the next generation, then of course J. Cole, Kendrick. You know what I mean?
Nori was the first artist in the game out of my circle to put me on the album. I'm on Nori's first solo album.
Fire.
I got a big platinum plaque for a song that I did with him called The Assignment. With me, Busta, another kid. I'm from Nori, from his Thugger camp or whatever. Maze. Mussolini, word up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Rewind that bitch back if you ain't got nothing else to do. Spliff went in so. But I had fun. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Yes, that was my first outside guy, and Nori didn't even hear me rhyme. Like I was transitioning from a street nigga into a rapper. So he didn't even hear me rap. He just fucked with me. And he was like, yo, get rap on this beat.
That's love, though.
And he showed the love. We were the mother. I got a check and a plaque. Thank you, Nori.
That's real. Be all love sometimes, man.
That's real talk.
All right, so being that you're from the Bronx, I expect certain answers here. 1 second, let me just get my thoughts together. ADHD is a bitch. And as you get older, Ginkoba is around. I almost want to be the spokesperson. Like Scottie Pippen was the spokesperson 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And where is he at now? He's completely lost. And I feel like I need the same medication. Let's talk to sports. Forget Spliff. He has no idea what's going on, which is why I covered sports before he got here. I did. Yeah. I covered sports. Unfortunately, I covered Breonna Taylor. We'll get back to that in closing. Again, from the Bronx.
Yes.
I'm expecting certain answers. Yanks, Mets.
Yanks.
Okay. Knicks, Nets.
Nets.
Okay.
We're gonna have to be realistic here. Like what the Knicks, I would love to cheer for the Knicks. I would love to see the Knicks win a chip, but their organization, they don't know what they're doing back there, bro. They just keep dropping the ball year after year.
The Knicks.
That's his squad. I know this hurting him
I'm
right
sorry.
now.
I'm
He's
gonna
like,
let you
how
know.
you
Can I
disrespecting my
just say
squad?
this? I don't know sports like that, but I know this for a fact.
Well, you know. Tell them
Okay?
what you know.
This is what I do know for a fact. The Knicks haven't been shit ever since Ewing left.
Correct.
Okay?
And they got rid of him on
Go
bad
back to
terms.
what y'all talking about now.
Hey,
Go back. That's when I stopped watching basketball.
and that's the main
and
thing
the
to know about
sports.
the Knicks. Right
Knicks
there.
have, yeah, I'm sorry. The Knicks haven't been
And
shit.
Nets
since
they got a
Ewing
good
left.
squad. They
Finger
next,
seen round the world, and that that still crushes me.
And they still didn't give Ewing a ring.
He
don't
can't
even
get a
got
ring. He can't ring a ring. Yeah. Can't get a ring.
Yeah, but I mean,
somebody give him one.
Look at fucking,
give him one.
Look
give him one.
Stockton and Malone.
No.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain players.
I know you gotta earn it, but I'm honestly, the man deserved that shit.
Nobody deserves nothing.
He fucked up.
He held the Knicks down all by himself for how many years?
Don't do that. You had Barkley. Not Barkley. You had Oakley. You had Mason. You had animals in the fucking paint. And Charles Smith, fuck him, because he had the most offensive rebounds one game. You know why? Because he kept catching his own fucking missed shot. All right, listen, we can do this all night. Giants, Jets.
Giants.
Okay. So I'm not really liking the Nets. I feel your pain. What do you think about the playoffs now? You have first of all, I'm like a pig in shit. I don't care who's on. Again, hi LeBron. At some point we're going to meet and it's going to be interesting. But I'm proud of you because you're like he's
No, he's a good
unstoppable.
dude, yeah.
I mean, he's
There's a-
unstoppable. He's like a football player with Olaf's on. Whatever.
To be nice for that long is a feat that you don't see all the time. You gotta appreciate greatness while it's there. You know what I'm saying? You can't be to be great that long. That's not an easy feat to do. Like that, who does that? Who's hot for 10 years straight? Who's
you
in rap? I'm besides me,
all right, there you go.
but in basketball, boxing, you know what I'm saying? You gotta mind them. Like I never was a fan of Mayweather style. To me, I found it boring as a boxing fan.
Yes.
But you gotta tip your hat off to him, bro. To be that great for that long,
He knows
it's
how to run the
amazing.
ring.
LeBron James, you gotta admire him. Like to be that great for that long, to put that much. You know how much time he got to put into his own body to make sure that he's ready for work every day.
His trainer costs $1 million a year.
Yeah. That
So
starts
for me-
up here, bro. That shit is mental.
It's an investment. So that's why he's 36,
Everybody want to
37.
shine, but not everybody want to shine, but not everybody want to grind. You know what I'm saying? And he grinds every day. He at the gym. You know what I mean? Making shit happen.
I respect him. I miss Kobe because I was never a Kobe fan. I'm a Michael Jordan animal. That was my era.
Yeah.
And it's hard to to
I'm a
compare
Kobe
that.
fan.
I'm not mad at that. When Kobe, I was coming home from either Tampa or Vegas. I forget what trip I was coming back from. Thank God I traveled 2 different times, like right before COVID hit. If I would have been so happy waiting for TSA, right? Just waiting online to be molested as you walk through you know what I'm saying? Because that's what 2 hours later. Now you can't go anywhere. I'll give Kobe a pass because when he passed, when I found out, you can't. I was hysterical crying because he was such a big part of the playoffs and the shit I had to watch. Yeah. All right, it's fair. Okay. Outside of music, if you couldn't do anything else, what would you do? Music's not an option.
I like film. I like videos. Not even just like music videos, just like storytelling. Like if you watch any of my videos, the majority of my videos are like little movies, and I directed it, I edited it, and I shot it myself. So I've always had that shit. When I was younger, I used to write stories. So like if I stop doing music, I'll do something. Like I wrote a mini series, like you know what I mean, like a street mini series, about 8 episodes done. I haven't had the time to actually put that into fruition, in motion, but that I think you know what I mean. I will go in that direction.
I like that because it's the same thing. You're a rapper, you tell a story.
Yeah.
Doing videos as many movies is fun.
Yeah,
As you know, we did a lot of videos like mini movies.
Yeah, I'm a fan forever, bro.
I love
Busters more
doing
top
that,
10 of all time.
Video, instead of being in the video looking all tough and shit, you get to play whatever you want to be.
Yeah,
and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, it's the storytelling aspect. You just you lead somebody somewhere, they don't even know where you going. You playing with their mind. They don't know what's coming next. They watching with anticipation. That's fun to me.
I know you're not black, which is fine. I'm half.
Why he's not black?
He's Because we've hung out before. I'm aware of this.
I'm Puerto Rican.
Right.
So why the fuck he not black?
We had this conversation last show.
Where'd you get your education? No, listen, no.
Because some people
You're
want to
not
be
gonna say that.
called-
No,
you can't-
fuck out of here.
Afro
No.
Latina,
Welcome
Latino.
to Paperrock Live No Cap Show right now. Let me tell you something. Dominican, Puerto Rican, Haitian, Trinidadian, anything with an N on the fucking side, you are black. Black. African, black. Motherfucker.
This makes my argument easier. I was trying to
She
kind
get
of.
me so mad with her two-tone ass. You black and white.
I was called racist the other day. I'm like, I can't be. I'm telling you the both sides of my
What the
situation.
fuck? My thing is that all people of color, we are black people. There's no ifs or ands or fucking nothing about nothing. I hate when somebody go, yo,
Yeah, I know.
I'm black, you Puerto Rican. Nigga, you's a black person.
All right. So because you're black,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you.
Looking at the culture, I asked somebody else earlier in the set how they felt. How do you feel about the current climate that is our country? I don't care about the politics. I could care less about Donald Biden. People know how I feel. I'm sorry.
2 days before election.
Oh, guys, the debate is Tuesday. Be tuned in. I'm
Yeah,
having
I know.
my tea and my popcorn popped because this is going to be, and this is sad. I want to come back. Please bring me back to the demographic component and how you feel with the current climate, and you're pushing a product and what people want to listen to versus what you want to present, and how difficult it's been with everybody being fucking killed, right? So we have a presidential election coming up, and whereas Sleepy Joe, that's not it. The Democrats have given us the wrong candidate over and over and over again, and then they're shocked when the
they lose,
Republican.
yeah.
So I've had different conversations, right, and behind the scenes, and it's a mess.
Yeah.
Okay, after the election, don't forget Tuesday, tune in. After the election and things settle down, whether it's Biden or Trump, we can go either way, so vote. How are you going to proceed? Because we are in a racially intense climate. We are fighting over money and food, and when everybody here has children,
We're not fighting.
not
over
here.
the Food. Not
Maybe
yet.
not here.
Not
Maybe
yet.
not here.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I think like, or the
Not yet. But I'm gonna let you know this much. We not far.
Yeah.
We not far from the ruckus.
yeah.
We not far from the
About to
ruckus.
say a lot, like right now with all the the unemployment and the thing, we haven't felt the effects that's gonna come in a year from now from all the deficit we in. When
dude,
you know what I mean? It's
my
gonna be
dude,
they're gonna cut
My
jobs down.
dude, nobody ever felt the wrath that's about to come.
No, this is.
Nobody.
I mean, history repeats itself. This, you know what I mean? And 100 years ago, they had the Great Depression after the Spanish flu, after the last pandemic, and history repeats
No,
itself.
this is different.
Yeah,
This is this little Corona thing going on. That was just a
farce.
distraction.
Farce.
It's a distraction. The
a
plan.
part of a political agenda. You mean like?
Absolutely.
Oh no, I believe that. I don't even touch that.
Yes,
Yeah,
full
yeah.
effect.
I definitely,
Yes.
I fuck with that
Full
mindset. Yeah,
effect. And guess
I have my
what?
own theory to it
So
too. Yeah.
guess what? Ain't no theory. I'm telling
Yeah.
you what the truth is. This is what it is. I don't care. It sound ignorant as fuck, but it is.
Now you got your own.
In an
Everybody got your own
ignorant
opinion.
world,
Not
buddy,
ignorant.
They coming.
The biggest transition of wealth happened after March 16th.
Yeah, the billionaires got even.
So all these
more
people who
billions.
sold their stocks, how about this? Take
Yeah.
a second, do some research. Look at how many CEOs resigned
Yes.
Yeah.
right before this
Yeah.
happened.
Yes.
They knew it was coming. It's dictated, and
Yeah,
we
that's-
have
that's a
to
fact.
fall
They
into
knew it was
order.
coming because they got a fucking. All of them got the tax. They down together.
Yeah.
Mobile, McDonald's, all them niggas is homies.
Did you
Yeah.
say McDonald's?
They did.
McConnell?
I said McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's. Oh, yeah. Well, that's different.
CEO of McDonald's. He's
That's different. Well, you have what's his face with the he has a little
Zuckerberg?
no what Zuckerberg's a holding Zuckerberg and
Jeff
Bezos. These are people who I respect tremendously because you come up with an idea, you really push. But same thing like with music, you have to respect it. However, when you don't appreciate things, they're taken away. So now you don't have any brick and mortar stores, right? Everything is online. I'm killing you. Because
That's
there's no
over.
margin. There's no margin. Back then you'd have to sell and you'd be flip it by 50% or 40%. So you're
Yeah.
seeing your margin because you have to pay rent, employees, electricity. All these numbers don't mean anything. And plus I have to pay you now. They've raised minimum wage, which it should have been higher because the more you get paid, now you can rent an apartment. You can pay your bills. How can I expect you to pay for an apartment when I'm giving you...
Bezos created a monopoly. He created
doesn't
a monopoly.
pay his
He's taking out the bigger companies. Macy's is going to be gone in a couple years. Kmart's going to be gone. He took Toys R Us out.
They're looking to come into Macy's now because you have Macy's is such a big brand. When you look at fireworks or Thanksgiving, this is a staple, especially in New York. I did the Thanksgiving Day parade. I wanted to kill myself. I thought we were going to die. A fucking helium truck like hit the turn. I was like, we're all going to die.
The Amazon's about to take over the whole world. Everything. From the posters, from the delivery service, FedEx, UPS, to everything. Everything you could think of, they're going to take over. They expanding so quick.
Which is the biggest problem. We don't realize that.
I mean, back in the day, like a president like Teddy Roosevelt would have broke up the monopoly.
Had to.
Yeah, but nowadays all the politicians are backed up by lobbyists, so there's no control. Then the president don't got no control behind that, so they the ones that's calling the shots. So it's too. It's
as
too
long as my
gone.
pocket's aligned, what do I give a shit? And this
cares.
is where we have to start paying attention. Money is flowing, but we're putting money into the wrong people's hands. How much money has Donald? And this is why he's gonna win. I don't give a fuck. You can email me. I get DMs nasty all the time. I'm with it. You have a man who's given black people. Depending upon when you signed up, $2,500 to upwards of $10,000 by the $600 a week, or the stimulus check. All these different monies were put in our laps. I've never seen that before. So whereas things are bad, they put so much money to see what are you going to do with it. Did you open up a business, or are you wearing Ferragamo, flip-flops? That's what I'm asking you. So Donald has literally put so many black people in a position to open up a business, to buy a home for the first time, and I'm speaking for maybe 50%, who blew a great opportunity, who are going to complain that they're never giving anything. And the poorest of the poor are qualified.
Yeah, but the government coming right back. You remember when we had the pandemic and we gave you that? Yeah, that's why we tax the check.
But wait a second. You had an option to have the taxes taken out up front. If you didn't have them take the tax out of your check up front, you're a fucking moron. Because if you didn't have it then, you're not going to have it. And they charge you. It's 8 to 12 points interest on your fucking bill. They're, in essence, putting you locked down. You're a whore to the government.
Slut, whore, slut. Okay, anyway. Everybody get out there and vote.
Yes.
We got to make a change. Cause you know what I mean? If you want different results, you have to make a change. My auntie, she on me so bad about voting, which my personal opinion, I just feel like
doesn't matter.
My vote don't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's been decided,
I can't.
right?
I'm not making no excuse. I'm a 6-time felon, but I still could vote. I'm just saying that I found out that this shit is nothing but a business, and they are puppets, and they are told what to do. The president don't even get paid. Whatever he get a year, we make that on stages.
He makes $400,000 a year. He makes $400 a year. Donald has taken no salary, like Bloomberg took no salary. That's because he's working all the money behind the scenes. I don't need $400,000. It's a fucking write-off. That's all. All I know is going forward, music is responsible for a lot of what we get. Content is king. Can I expect a positive song from you geared towards what we're going through now? That's what I want to hear. I think a lot of people are talking about pandemic, and give me something positive. A young lady approached me about doing a song. I hated the whole idea. It was horrible. First of all, it was a rap. She had this little chick on it. The whole thing was horrible. I want to hear something hopeful. I don't think we had a lot of that. That's what's missing. You don't think so? We
need music that give people hope.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, you talk the street shit because the street shit still exists. But there's times where you need to feel good. Yeah. You need to wake up in the morning and hear some shit that just make you feel that vibe to make you want to go do something or want to be something. You dig? A lot of the music is depressing. It's very fucking depressing. Unless it's J. Cole on there. Unless it's Kendrick Lamar or some shit. Kendrick Lamar, if you're having a nigga ready to go outside in March. Yeah. You know?
The Little Baby's joint was fire. The Bigger Picture.
Yeah, the Bigger Picture.
That was like one of the first. Like it had such a deep message, but he still made it with that same vibe that's popping right now. I was like, that's cool.
He got his message across, and I'm hats off for that. Yeah,
it still sounds like music.
Salute to Lil Baby for that right there. I definitely like that one right there. But we need some good music out here.
This is your time, right? I speak to him all the time. I was hanging out with him all night filming Layup, which Layup is coming out. It's a hot fucking mess. What?
It's a song I have.
Not basketball.
I'm shooting
it's Layup.
I'm shooting a bunch of videos.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's going to be one movie.
So they got a theme.
Oh, God, help me.
Did I just do that? I don't give a shit. Anybody take from my team and shoot them in the blood. Yo, period. It's going to be crazy.
They got a theme. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was doing, I forget, I had a question for you and I'm pissed, but I know what it was. Working with someone like Swift is interesting, right? I teach him things, he teaches me things. With that said, you have a platform here where you can ask him anything you want, whether it's some just insight or it's a personal question. No cap. So ask away because this is your time.
No cappy, pappy.
Let me see what we ask. What will you feel like? What's the best way to network? You know what I mean, without feeling like you an annoyance to somebody. Because I know all these artists, everybody is popping. Not you though, because you popping.
No, I'm trying to tell you.
You would just annoy everybody. Fuck that.
I don't do it enough.
That's
I
cool.
don't think I do it enough.
That's what
I
it's
annoy their ass and keep on. It's like a gnat at the barbecue that won't just leave the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I would knock until it works. But sometimes you have to put it a different way. There's so many different ways to approach.
Because like me, like if I be in I always be in a lot of places where I be performing for people, like everybody. You know what I mean? I open up for everybody, and they fuck with me. They tell me, yo, you fire, boom boom. And then I don't know how to continue the conversation without feel like I'm like beasting, like, yo, so what's up? I can't get on the track. You know what I'm saying? I play it cool. I be like, yo, thank you, appreciate you, you legend. I'm off this. You know what I mean?
Never feel like they're bigger than you. You doing the same shit they doing. The difference is that they have a budget, but you're doing the same shit they doing. So your convo should be regular, just like you would kick it with your man or any other strange dude that you just met that's doing what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just let them know. It's not like you begging them for nothing. You just conversing, and at the same time, you're picking his brain.
Pick his brain.
Yeah. So yeah, that could work for you right there.
Copy. Yeah. I dig that.
Anything else?
That's about it.
Nothing else? Are you kidding me? That's
the main thing. Networking. Your network is your net worth.
That's it. Let everybody know your Instagram and everything.
Quest Cali, everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everything. You go.
Forget Polo. That's his favorite. Give me an independent designer that you wear.
Independent.
Don't take
designer.
too long. That's a bad look.
I don't know. Independent designer. I mean, I do mess with anybody independent. Like I fuck with Fitters For You. There's a spot in the Bronx under the train, and they just fuck with independent niggas. I cop whatever's fire. Like I'm not gonna go and be like, I need a Gucci shirt for this.
No, I don't want that.
Show.
I don't want that.
That's not how I rock.
No,
I go to the store and whatever looks fire, I want that.
Like my man got a clothing coming out, and it's called Active.
Active, I'll look for that. You know what I mean? I just whatever's popping. You know what I mean? So
fitted hat person. I see that. But
snapbacks.
Right.
That hat. This is the dad hat. Got Fitters For You. They got all the fire.
How inappropriate are you?
That's nice right there.
I'm asking you. Would you
guys,
wear that hat?
I want that brand. Yes.
Right,
I might name that my new album.
That's your hat. I'm sorry for the foreheads. I have a little bit of cover up in there, but as long as your girlfriend is there you go.
I might be my new album.
She
right there.
want everybody to be a porn star.
It's more fun that way.
Just because you couldn't make it, you want everybody to
just because you couldn't. Did you go to Cali? You had to go to Cali for that.
I've been to Cali. Cali's a hot mess.
They said no. She went to
go back to New York.
Like this is the boy with the bikini top on. Am I asking me?
Oh man,
that's crazy.
They're like, who's this? Come on in here, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just back at. No excuse. And you have these people who do the voiceovers. They talk about the whole sexing on the phone. And guess what? They're gremlins. That's why they're doing phone sex. You know this. I don't know.
I had fun tonight.
I did. I'm sorry. My forehead is all exposed. I should have did this after the
Your
show.
Your forehead been exposed.
Oh, okay, we're gonna wear this until the. ended his set because
I don't know
it's
why
offensive.
you took like that for.
I don't care. I was working all week, and it's a blur.
You saw what you was thinking.
You see what I'm thinking? It's on my fucking hat. Wait, there's no guessing. There's no guessing.
I love coming in. Every 2 weeks with my host, beautiful Jen.
Next week we have the Legion. I'm sorry, 2 weeks from now we have the Legion and
Yes.
Cortez on deck. It's gonna be a hot fucking mess. Ralph was supposed to be here, huh? Yeah, Cortez. Yeah, you know where we from.
Yeah.
Ralph was supposed to be here, but he wants to do virtual, which I respect. So we'll do that as well.
I don't blame him.
Uncle Ralph.
Fucking
It's fine.
with
He
you.
doesn't care about the mic covers.
Everybody
That's a
there
new
is-
mic cover. We practice safe speaking.
Yeah,
here.
we gotta respect everybody's
Absolutely.
opinion on what's going on. You know what I mean?
I'm
right
talking about
now.
the mic cover,
Yeah.
the mic Honda. It's like,
No,
that's it.
no.
I just want to just say it's,
You
we
gotta-
practice. It's right.
No, it's
I didn't.
I'm gonna talk this way. I'm
All
talking
right.
the side.
All right.
I
So you
know
gave
what
us
you
your
thinking.
handles.
Yo, everybody that she
Yo.
told this to,
Quest Cali.
any man that's any male that's in front of the mic, and she go, yo, that's a mic condom. And we go, everybody be like that. Everybody turn the mic this way. Yeah,
Jill
Yeah,
Scott.
so
Let me just say.
no, chill.
Oh,
Jill Scott.
woo.
I just want to say this. I'm going to say this real right now. I'm real. Jill Scott, and it's not like I got it. It's not like, but you saw the video, right? You saw that?
Yeah.
Crazy.
You see that?
Jill Scott.
What? On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Jill Scott head game?
11 and a half.
You don't know.
I don't need the sample.
But she definitely put on a show right
No.
Yeah.
No.
It look good.
By her performance,
It look good.
by her performance, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give her?
80% Rotten
My
Tomato.
performance is fine, but guess what? When you actually interact with some people, you be like this.
I could respect it though, cause one time I blazed a stripper, and she wasn't as good as she was dancing, and I thought I had a different perception of how I was gonna go.
That's
down.
because your
You
whole
know what I
head
mean?
could have fit in her cooch.
I was,
It's a
I was
different
thinking
ball
this
game.
is going down,
Is it
and
me?
it was
Right?
not that popular. I
Yeah.
don't know if she just.
The only one that answered the whole question in here is her. She said, "I give that
thumbs up.
bitch 11."
I'll give it a thumbs up.
Period.
I'm not giving
On-
you nothing.
one love.
Give me
All right.
nothing.
All right, we got to go. S.STREET
Thumbs
Media
up.
has been good enough to host us for the last couple of months. GeoVision shoots everything on the side, which is great behind the scenes footage. Shout out to Spliff House, who's been sponsoring the set for the last 3 shows. Okay, we'll be smoking this as soon as this thing ends. Shout out to Mr. Bobby Cakes for sponsoring it. You needed to be here like a month ago. This guy walks in with like $500 worth of fucking cookies. I mean, my eyebrows were completely falling off my fucking face.
Yeah.
It was great. Anyway, we got to go. Tune
Before
in
we go,
live in 2 weeks.
Before we go, I want to tell everybody, tune in to that new Busta Rhymes Vibes Cartel. Tune in to that Busta Rhymes and Trippie Red. Tune in to that Busta Rhymes and Anderson .Paak on all platforms right now with your stinking ass.
All right, kids. Until next week. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Peace and hair grease, panties and drawers, Paperrock.